EA Sports. And we're going to look at J.J. McCarthy. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards.
Let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. And we are in store for a great game today, everyone. Kate, Scott, and Brock Heward. For the ride on this one. We love these kind of games, Brock, and that's because we got a pair of teams who both got off to good starts this season. They find themselves with winning records as we now work our way through the front half of this schedule.
Yeah, we try to be pros, and every game, right, is a big game. But when you have teams that have gotten off to these starts, we know these are both playoff caliber teams. They look that way right now. And this is also a measuring stick game, and a great one where you don't have the consequences of lose and go home. Just a wonderful test for you, for me, for the fans, and most importantly for those guys on the field.
Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. He's going to field this at the 2. He's got a lane up past the 30. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a hole at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Stay 50. Ready.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Tight end going in motion here. Stafford from the gun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that sets up 2nd and 5.
How How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Now Stafford again. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. It's Brandon Powell with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. Leading them out to the 10th pick of the draft, coming off that national championship in Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
And how do you really build on setting a new NFL record last week? I'm not sure you can. What we saw out of him might go down as his single greatest performance in an NFL uniform. What he can do, and we'll try to do here, is carry that momentum from last week into this week and he'll get them another win.
And he'll get it up to the 27.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They motion a receiver left. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He's got a man left. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Incomplete, 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
That one was incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you need to make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Smith able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
First and 10 now from the 30. Man in motion here. Stafford now on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Motioning the tight end now. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Oh, he puts him. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points.
That penalty is declined.
Cardi down for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams drive their lead to 11. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings and their QB, J.J. McCarthy, returning to the field on offense. And his start to the season has been special, hasn't it? The way he's played, it's no surprise at all that he's leading the NFL in passing. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. Slot man in motion right. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards, second down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarter
completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Third and 4 coming up now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And fourth and 4 coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Rams will take possession. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of the season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. It could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 22!
They stay on the ground with Williams. He's contained at the line for no gain. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jonathan Bullard with the stop. Give him a yard back on the play. Now it's 3rd and 10.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that brings up 4th and long. The Rams are set to punt. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. And the Rams add a man to the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel, 3rd down. McCarthy throwing here. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. First and 10 now from the 30. They are throwing it again. He beams one deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Now it's McCarthy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Now he's going to fair catch this one, and they are loving this. A very short kick and some excellent field position for them. No return on that punt, and it'll be their football. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap to Stafford. He's going to push one deep. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Throwing from the gun here. A dangerous throw. He almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on first down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Coming up on 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it 4th down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Motioning him from the slot right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking middle, he's got Jefferson. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. We've arrived at the end of one. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And 4th and 4 coming up. On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. They're going to take over possession. The Rams headed out to the field now. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Vikings ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And this is the type of play they... Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. Pass is caught by Addison. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 2. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams have it as he records the first interception of his young career. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And they take him down right along the 30. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. First and 10 now from the 30. Stafford from the gun. He gets this one in Nakua. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Running for the marker with Williams. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You love a huddle Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
To throw, Stafford. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams parlay the interception into points. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams push their lead to 18. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball out. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. The Vikings getting their punt team out. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Rams and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. A throw right side finds Kupp. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards does get him back to even, partner, but they're left with 3rd and 10 now. Stafford now against a blitz. Lays out left side and gets it. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Give to Williams from the gun. Pushing for the red zone. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. They get 28 out of that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I'll tell you what. I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His third through the air this game. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams grow their lead yet again. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Powell now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. He gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd and just 2 to go. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Back to the air, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his play's really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
Second and 1. Completed right side to Addison. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
connect on first. It's second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing from the gun. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. McCarthy keeping the pedal down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Rams, who only need a couple on 2nd and 2. From the 24. That one complete to Higbee. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford. He'll get this to come. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Stafford. It's taken in by Williams.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Now Stafford again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Ethan Evans back out there. They're going to punt it away again. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Up Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. 2nd and 3. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. That's Jefferson. He's got it. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. They've got first down from the 31. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now it's McCarthy. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. On play action now, McCarthy. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Big gain downfield. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings make it an 18-point game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. 1st and 10 from the 41. Running right, it's Williams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And that is that. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And he's up over 80 receptions on the season. An impressive number, and it's good enough to sit him among the league's best as well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's been making good things happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Brought in right side. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They are now set for 1st and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to the air, McCarthy. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Caught quickly on the slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Achane gets this on the draw. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
The throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
Right, ready to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
It is caught left side. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he hauls in the interception. And the Rams are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
On first down, here's Stafford. That's taken in by Cup. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Kate, if the word safety was used, and it's not a lot in NFL locker rooms, but if it was at halftime, it was about safe throws, good decisions, consistent plays. It was not about a safety to begin this second half, and that's what we nearly saw. Not the kind of start this offense wanted. It's got to overcome a bit of adversity.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just 1 yard on the run. That brings up fourth down. The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. The return begins on their side of midfield. And a nice return has them looking at a very short field now. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
When you ask a lot of your defenders on that field, it is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignments, hit pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Second and 10, McCarthy. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and a lone yard coming up. Now McCarthy. Cut out left. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. He'll throw it yet again. He throws a bullet deep to the right. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings shrinking the lead some in the third. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Rams returning their offense and this running back to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Williams. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Stafford from the gun. He gets this one in the cooler. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it brings up an LA first down.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Completes. It's Atwell. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And last... They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. And he's there to send that one away.
downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They've got a man in motion. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And now it's second down. Back to the air, McCarthy. Hits him on the out route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it sets up second down.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Brought in left side by Jefferson. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. And this is a mark you could go an entire season without seeing. This is a 15-catch game for him after that last play, as he just continues to produce despite the attention this defense has been giving him. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. 2nd and 3 now. They send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. All right, Brock, I'm just going to go there because I know a lot of their fans right now are thinking they only trail by a couple, but they have failed on a couple of 2-point tries. Maybe if they kicked a few times earlier in this game, that's what they're thinking, right?
Yeah, Captain Obvious. They could be tied and even leading this game right now.
Thank you. I'm wearing my Captain Obvious cap. And maybe some second guessing happening now on the sideline as well.
Yeah.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. This is hauled in by Atwell. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Stafford made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Completed right side to Addison. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 28. Complete out to the right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Running forward, it's Achan. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
They'll run, it's Achan. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Ooh, maybe some nerves there. He moved early on 4th down. Now we're going to see if this affects their choice to go for it. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Right, ready to send this one away. Returnable from the 2. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Stafford now on 1st down. And the man is there to knock that away.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready.
Now it's Williams. And they get him down after a solid gain up to the 31. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
He's got it. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be Vikings football. McCarthy looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Completes it's Atwell. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Williams on the carry. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Stafford now against a blitz. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 4th-quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pass is caught by Addison. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Darnold. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Cameron Curl has it. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd and goal at the 6. To throw, Stafford. It's an LA touchdown. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Cardi down for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams double their lead to 14. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cameron Curl has it. And the Rams take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Stafford to throw. This one soars over everybody in the end zone. Just had to get rid of it. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing now. Stafford. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, LA. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Cardi down for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams stretch their lead to 21. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Powell now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Visitors and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Motion man sent left. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And as they keep going to him, he's now across 200 yards in what's become one of the most productive games he's had so far in his career. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Second and 10 now. He's got him. That's Addison. And that will not be enough for a first down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. 1st and 10 from the 41. Darnold looking to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Addison, the intended target. So it's second down coming up. He'll throw it yet again. Cut out left. And they bring him down around the 34. Offense in the hurry up now. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It goes to the hurry-up offense here. Desperation time here on 4th. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Rams are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Williams. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Cop the motion, man left. On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. This is Williams. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Williams. And he's got this down to the 40. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Stafford now on 3rd down. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
The Rams are set to punt. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. That count runs their offense. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still 1st down. Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still 1st down.
Even more problems now as they don't get the snap off.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still 1st down.
even more problems now as they don't get the snap off.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still first down.
Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So now it's 2nd and long.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Right, ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
Throw left side, complete. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently.